Yes, there's more of a challenge there. It's more interesting to me, and maybe to a lot of women, I don't know, because American men are kind of too easy to mold.
In the 1980s, actress Linda Kozlowski reached the peak of fame and success after starring as Sue Charlton opposite Paul Hogan in the hit Crocodile Dundee films. Her glittering Hollywood career and high-profile romance with Hogan made her a fixture in the media spotlight. But at the height of her stardom, she made the surprising decision to turn her back on acting and leave Tinseltown behind. Join Facts Verse as we present Linda Kozlowski is 66 years old. Take a breath before you see her now. Rising star. Linda Kozlowski first burst onto the acting scene in the early 1980s, bringing her dazzling talent and girl-next-door charm to Broadway and eventually Hollywood. Born in 1958 and raised in Fairfield, Connecticut, in a Polish-American family, Kozlowski graduated from Juilliard's prestigious drama program in 1981. She wasted no time putting her training to use, landing a role that same year in the off-Broadway production of How It All Began. Her big break came shortly after when she was cast as Miss Forsyth in the Broadway revival of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. Kozlowski held her own alongside seasoned actors Dustin Hoffman and John Malkovich, earning rave reviews. The high-profile gig was only the beginning, as her portrayal of Miss Forsyth led to being cast in the 1985 film adaptation as well. But Kozlowski's rocket to stardom launched in 1986 when she landed the female lead opposite Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee. As Sue Charlton, the streetwise and savvy New York reporter who encounters Hogan's fish-out-of-water crocodile hunter from the Australian outback, Kozlowski lit up the screen. Her on-screen chemistry with Hogan was palpable and magnetic. When Crocodile Dundee became a worldwide smash hit and the second highest-grossing film of 1986, Kozlowski became a household name overnight. Her performance earned her a Golden Globe nomination for Best Supporting Actress, cementing her status as Hollywood's newest rising star. She was at the peak of her beauty and talent, dazzling audiences with her megawatt smile and bubbly on-screen charisma. But even greater success awaited in 1988's Crocodile Dundee 2, the sequel which saw Kozlowski reprise her role of Sue Charlton. Once again, she was the perfect counterpart to Hogan's charming croc hunter, their easy rapport evident in every scene. Through the late 80s and into the 90s, she continued her hot streak with roles in films like Past the Ammo, Favorite Son, Almost an Angel, and Village of the Damned. But her most iconic role remained that of Sue Charlton, the plucky reporter whose romance with Mick Dundee created one of cinema's most memorable love stories. Kozlowski's star burned bright through the decade, cementing her status as one of Hollywood's most sought-after leading ladies. Leaving Hollywood. After over a decade of being one of Hollywood's most in-demand actresses, Linda Kozlowski made the surprising decision in the late 90s to walk away from acting altogether. Though only in her early 40s, she felt dissatisfied with the roles she was being offered and wanted to focus on starting a family. Her last major role was reprising Sue once again in 2001's Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, the third installment in the lucrative franchise. But even on that set, Kozlowski felt unfulfilled. The magic seemed gone, and she later criticized the film for its subpar script and reliance on cheap laughs. She made the difficult choice to retreat from the spotlight while still on top, rather than watch the quality of her roles slowly decline. In various interviews after leaving Hollywood, Kozlowski opened up about her disillusionment with the business. She lamented always being typecast as the girlfriend and never getting offered meaty dramatic parts that could showcase her range. The studios only saw her as a rom-com star thanks to Crocodile Dundee's massive success. She also spoke of her frustration with the increasing demand for actresses to look flawlessly young and thin, no matter their age or abilities. After marrying her Crocodile Dundee co-star Paul Hogan in 1990, the pair relocated to Los Angeles to further their careers. But Kozlowski soon felt stifled, calling it a toxic environment for women over 40. She watched talented peers struggle to find work once they were deemed too old, while male stars continued landing roles well into old age. Kozlowski refused to get plastic surgery or starve herself just to try booking jobs, unwilling to compromise her principles. By the time she gave birth to her son Chance in 1998, walking away seemed the only option. Kozlowski knew she could not juggle motherhood with the demanding schedule and pressures of Hollywood. She had achieved great success, earned respect as an actress, and set aside enough money to retire comfortably. Leaving the business for good now would allow her to focus on raising her child away from the spotlight's glare. Though just 43 when she bid farewell to acting, Kozlowski has said she has no regrets. She values the privacy and freedom over chasing fame or finances. She still looks back fondly on her most iconic role as Sue Charlton, knowing Crocodile Dundee changed her life. But she is at peace with that chapter closing when it did. Rather than struggle to stay relevant, Kozlowski chose to go out on top and retain control over her career. Few actresses can walk away at their peak, but she proved it was possible. And her decision sent a powerful message that Hollywood does not define a woman's worth or happiness. She carved out a fulfilling new life as a mother, wife, and businesswoman, leaving her acting days behind without bitterness or remorse. Life after fame. When Linda Kozlowski made the bold choice to walk away from acting, she embarked on a new chapter focused on family rather than fame. She continued her 23-year marriage to Paul Hogan for over a decade before eventually divorcing amicably in 2014. The pair remain friendly as they co-parent their son Chance. Kozlowski values privacy, keeping her personal life tightly guarded, but she has shared glimpses into her contentment with the quiet, simple life she now leads. After growing up in Connecticut, living in Los Angeles and New York, she found happiness in a more remote location. She now lives in the Moroccan countryside with her second husband, Moroccan entrepreneur and businessman Moulay Hafid Baba. The pair married in 2017 after being introduced years earlier through mutual friends. Kozlowski says she cherishes the anonymity of their life in Morocco, living on a farm, far from any paparazzi or public demands. She focuses her time on her business and philanthropic interests, having launched an organic argan oil company with her husband. She also works with various children's charities, using her resources to give back. Motherhood remains her top priority. Now in his mid-20s, her son Chance leads a low-profile life like his mother. Though Hollywood was once her whole world, Kozlowski has not looked back since moving on over 2 decades ago. Where is she now? Kozlowski has adjusted beautifully to leaving Tinseltown. She started a Marrakesh-based tour company called Dream My Destiny, indulging her passion for travel and showing visitors the wonders of Morocco. She also continues to invest wisely, particularly in the red-hot LA real estate market. She purchased multiple Silicon Beach properties using her substantial divorce settlement, seeing their value rocket over time. Her portfolio is now estimated to be worth around $10 million. She revels in new challenges and adventures, from launching a clothing line to buying a rural olive farm. Now it's time to hear from you. How do you think the industry could provide better opportunities for older actresses? Let us know in the comments section below.